Yeah, as a young agency owner, I went the wrong way there. The fairness that I would insist upon was only outward. And so, people could mistreat us, ask for absurd things, and I'd like refund, or I was just so desperate not to piss anybody off. But
Yeah.
I like the emphasis that fairness needs to be a two-way street. And you actually need to stand your ground and say, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
And
and it's hard
just
too
it is
early.
what it
Like
is.
I had the same thing where we had people that took complete advantage of us in the beginning, and I sometimes you couldn't fight because you were like, I remember I had a client ask us. He's like, "Hey, I'm about to raise money. I really need to keep cash. Can I just delay payment with you guys for 3 months while I close this round?" And at the time, we're like, you know what? Like, we want to be good to our clients. Like, sure. So we get to the end of the 3 months. He's like, "Your team's amazing." Da da da. And I go, "Hey, you raised your round, right?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah." I'm like, "Can you pay up your bills?" He's like, "No, I'm not going to pay those." Like,
Wow.
what? He's like, "No, your team sucks." I'm like, "Oh, we were great when you wanted free work, but now that we're actually holding you accountable to pay." And he goes, and he said something along the lines of like, if you pursue this, I will run your name through the mud and make sure you never work with everyone again, and I will sue you and run you to the ground. And now I have $20 million, so I can make your life hell. And like, just was an asshole. But I was a small business and I couldn't do anything about it. But it turns out the statutes of limitations on something like that's pretty long. So I waited a few years and then we went after him and got everything.
Did you really? With interest?
Yep. And he
That's
he
awesome.
same threats, but at that point I'm like, dude, now I'm on par. Like I didn't need to raise money. Now I have plenty. Like fuck you too. And
Yeah.
so again, fair. I'm not saying that we like that and I will say, when someone's that obnoxious, it does bring me joy to put them in their place. Like there's a point of that. It's like you took advantage of me when I was hurting. Now that I'm not, like we're going to go after this. And that's happened a few times. And it's like, and that's just, it's sad truth. But like I talk to a lot of agency owners. If you haven't had a situation like that, you haven't been in business that long. Like people take advantage. Not everybody does things for the right reasons. And if you're in business, you're going to deal with that.
Mm.
Same thing comes up when we do get feedback from our potential clients sometimes like, "Hey, we saw these bad reviews." And pretty much every time I go to their website and show them their own bad reviews and
You
go,
do not, dude.
"Oh,
That
are
is
these
so
all
funny.
valid?" Like it's like we all deal with this. We all deal with these scumbags. It's just I the percentage I've seen is about 3% of people, in my experience, are just out of their fucking mind, and that is part of running a business. You just have to know that that's a part of it. That you're going to deal with some people that are just shitty and irrational.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so funny. I'm gonna steal that, go to their website and show them their bad reviews.
Oh yeah,
That's
and
That's
it
great.
works by the way. It's like,
It's a two-way
and I had
street.
yeah, I had someone bring it up recently, like, "Hey, we saw a couple bad reviews. We're worried about it." And then they're like, "But we just looked at our own site and we have our own bad reviews." Like they beat me to the punch. We're like, "We get it. We just want to be assured that like you're going to take care of us." Like, of course. Like, and again, we're talking about 6 bad reviews out of 4,500 customers. Like, it's like obviously we're not just a disaster. Like, there's a few people that went sideways.